Hello, every people. Thank you for coming into the Mad Poet Show. Much appreciated, as per always. We got Hans. What's happening? Good to see you, my friend Hans. Changes? No, I don't think so. You know, I've got a little different mix on each of my albums, and this one might just work really well on your system. I do not consider myself great at mixing, which is part of the problem with my most recent album that I've been working on for a year and a half. But yeah, I'm glad it sounds good. Thank you very much. This is a very fun album. To my tipper, I had an anonymous tip come in. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for being a part of what we do here at the Mad Poet Society. It is always acceptable to be an anonymous member of the society. And it looks like we want my man Steven in today. The scales in use are especially saucy today. Oh, that was you, Steven. Thank you very much. Gotcha. No worries. Yes, it's always good to borrow a pizza metaphor. Yeah, and you know, so I saw an interview with J.K. Rowling, author of Harry Potter, and they were asking her about the term Quidditch, which is, for non-Harry Potter fans, it's the name of a sport in the Harry Potter mythos. And so they were asking her about this. So, well, obviously this was based on the word quiddity and da-da-da. And she's like, you know, I'd love to be able to take credit for something like that, but I really just wanted it to start with the letter Q, and I made a bunch of stuff up. There was really nothing to it. And I'll say what you're really hearing there with those scales, and then Steven and I have talked about this before. Steven is a musician. Jerry, thank you very much. Good to see you here. That's a good one. That's a good one. Giraffe poo. That I like. So what's really going on with those scales is that's where I am looking at my guitar and thinking one thing, and my fingers do another. And then my brain is like, okay, how you gonna get out of this one, smeghead? And so then I gotta look and be like, okay, so that's a sharp 4 in my scale. Okay, so that's a Phrygian with a sharp 4. Okay, so now what if I sharp the 6? Then I could go into like a Dorian sharp 4 kind of a mode, kind of a Romanian type of a thing. Oh yeah, so that's what goes on in my brain when I'm thinking that stuff. And then I'm like, okay, well now I've got this sharp 6. Let's use a sharp 7 there, and let's do a little bit of melodic minor, and let's use that to move back to where I need to be. So it's good stuff. Looks like we got, as we saw, Doc is here. We got Therese is in, one of our regulars, who should be very happy that we are finally playing Roswell a week later than I said I would, because 2 weeks ago I'm like, I'm gonna play Roswell next week, and then my brain was like, and I didn't. So we got it now, and it's happening. And I'm really glad to see you all here, and anyone else who may be out there just watching, listening, or smelling the show, thank you very much. For those who may be new, I am the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. This is a Mad Poet show. This is what we do. Right now, we are playing my 47th album, titled Roswell. Because in 1947, in Roswell, New Mexico, we had absolute, irrefutable, unrejectable, complete proof of the existence of aliens. Or, you know, weather balloons. Same thing. I am not a conspiracy theorist, for those who may be wondering. I think aliens are awesome. I think the idea is great, but we don't have any proof yet. That first song was called Alien Urine Sample. I feel like I may have the wrong thing running here. No, but I do need to remember to turn that back on when I get there. Okay, I just want to make sure everything's in place. I want to play some more music here because that's a thing. Wait, am I going through this? I am. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. All right. Hans, you may have been hearing some extra reverb that I didn't want on there. I'm going to rectify that. That'll come into play later in the show. Now I got to get back to the correct. Let me take a listen to this. See, I'm getting this big extra reverb happening that shouldn't be. You know, that's not going. Because that's gonna bug me if I don't get it. Yeah, okay, I think I'm hearing. Which one? Which one is this? Okay, I'm gonna have to roll with that. We'll see what happens. Well, we've got more people talking here. Oh, you own Roswell. That's awesome, Hans. Thank you. Hans is one of my regulars on Bandcamp who's bought a few of my albums, which I really appreciate. Okay, yeah, the sound was out for a moment. That was because I was moving around. Yeah, okay, cool. So you're gonna lose my voice again for a moment, but we're gonna move forward, play some more music. And this next song, Pterodactyl. Pterodactyls would make an awesome pet. That's what I'm gonna go with. I think that would make a great pet. But I've never actually been around a pterodactyl, so I could be wrong about that. I'm gonna say that I'm basing that on the episode of Doctor Who where they had pterodactyls, which is a documentary. Nonetheless, thank you very much. It's great to have you here. Let's do this. This next song, we're gonna slow it down a little bit, is called Withering Regression. Hans, I shall certainly try to remember to hit you up on Discord, and feel free to send me a message anytime on there because we are connected on Discord. I'll tell you what I tell my students, which is very often by the time I get done with my show, if I've told someone that I will, or a lesson, if I've told someone that I'll send them an email with something or whatever, my brain often does not still have that information withheld. So feel free to hit me up, but I will try to remember to send you a quick message on there and see what you need. I will be happy to help if I can. Cool. 47, Roswell, 1947, alien landing. Doing it. We're gonna do a little C sharp minor here. C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, and B. That's what we're gonna be playing. We may play the other notes as well, because that's kind of what I do. I really wish I knew what was going on with this thing. This doesn't sound right. I don't know why it sounds good to you guys. I hope that is not a distracting reverb to you guys, because it's quite distracting to me. I got something funky going on here. Oh, that's because my decay time is almost 5 seconds. Let's try. No, that's still like crazy huge. Okay, I've apparently made a mess out of my reverbs on this thing. So I think I'm gonna have to go in and fiddle with that before the afternoon show. It's got a 6 second. What is that? Why does that even exist? What? Yeah, I made some kind of a mess. Yeah, that. Oh, so this should be my regular. Okay. Now I'm honing in on it. Okay, I need that. So I need. Okay. I've got some ideas going here. Got some ideas. I need. Okay, here's what's going on. So this is my recording program. And these two tracks here should be muted. Broccoli just tipped $5. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience, you guys. This reverb is making me a little on the crazy side, and I need it for something else coming up. So I'm gonna do a quick bit of enveloping here. We need a mute envelope. And we need to come down here. Okay, you guys are gonna lose my vocals for a moment. And we're back. Thank you again very much for your patience. That should work That's what I want to hear. Oh, that feels so much better. Whew. Yeah, it did take some reverb to put me a little on the crazy side. It's one of those things where you're digging through your file and you're like, oh man, what is going on here? I know that this... So what you guys are seeing right now on the screen is actually what I look at when I am playing. You see just a little bit of my recording program here, and then all this sheet music. Ah, yes. Okay. The mad poet going mad. And this next song is in C sharp minor. It is called The Secret to the Secret. And that didn't work. Because now I got all the wrong stuff. Okay, let's try this again. See, it's been a while since I had a good solid set of tech difficulties. So let's try this. right, water time. What's going on, every people? We got Obscure Mysticism Cults has arrived, and actually arrived just in time today, Obscure, because you came in just after my tech difficulties. I had some crazy reverb stuff going on with my guitar, which is going to come into play later, and I'm going to be using a slide. But for those who are not familiar with Roswell, I'm not going to be using it in my usual way. That'll be coming up on the last song of the show, a song called Area 52. And what do we got going on here? Thank you very much for the fire, Doc. Much appreciated. Glad people enjoy the show. And if anyone is just coming in, I'm the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. And this is what we do. We do shows. We play music. We have fun with it. Ron, thank you so much. And yeah, right now we're playing my 47th album. We've played the first few songs. Had a few tech difficulties in there. Got those worked out. And we're moving forward. Also, fun note, in the near future, these walls, some people may have already noticed I've painted the formerly white walls black. And we should be getting, covering up all the side walls. It's going to be a much darker black box in here very soon. It's going to look really cool. I like the way the light show, I think the light show, excuse me, looks better just with the dark walls and ceiling. So looking forward to seeing what goes down with the rest of the construction project. Or it could end up being just exactly like the title of this next song. This is called And No One Noticed. All right, Doc's got something going on here. Okay. Doc writes, I got my cameras off. I have made a mess out of this show. I was walking through the desert and I saw a vulture. As I approached, I realized it was an adult vulture with one of its kids. I slowly approached nearer, and I heard the adult vulture say to its kid, this is quite good. Carry on, my wayward son. There will be grease when you are done. And that is a Doc joke. Had Doc ever had kids, he would have been very steeped in the dad joke culture. I have no doubt of that. I think Doc is probably quite glad that he did not have kids, so. Hey Doc, thanks so much for the tips. Thanks for coming in. It's good to see you, buddy. Drive safe. Hope you have a great day. And that's what's happening. Doc's leaving. Some people are coming in, some people are going out, people are doing stuff, things and stuff and junk. That's what happens here. And I play guitar. Boom. This is the way we do it. So where are we at here? For anyone just coming in, I'm the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. We're doing a show. Right now we're playing my 47th album titled Roswell, after the 1947 Roswell, New Mexico alien landing / weather balloon incident, or whatever it was. All right, where did it go? What do we got here? Something looks wrong to me. Nope, we're in good shape. Okay, just want to make sure we're on the right song here. Because sometimes I screw stuff, particularly once I've had some technical difficulties, it's real easy to keep them going. So let's make sure I get this at least partially right here. This next song is called, we're going to slow it down a bit. This is called Dangerous Beauty. Well, this next one is a bit of an interesting piece from my perspective because a student of mine had asked me to fix something on his guitar just as I was recording this album. And if you go look at the video for this on YouTube, you'll see I videotaped myself doing the lead guitar recordings, and so I'm using a different guitar on this. I forget what kind of guitar it is, but it looked really good. It had this real kind of alien look to it. And so I recorded this with that guitar, and it came out really well. This piece is called Rising Conflict, and it's one of those that I wanted it to be kind of dynamic with the tempo. So it starts off like a real nice soft piece, and then it moves into faster and harder terrain, and then kind of breaks back down at the end. So the whole Rising Conflict theme going on, so to speak. Let's see what we can do with this. I got some background noise, so I'm going to get this going. This is Rising Conflict. What do we got coming up here? I have got this thing set up to keep showing the wrong camera when I stop the song. I'm gonna have to check. We got, sometimes it's hard to keep track of everything that I've got set up and the things I want to refine. So I know, like, last time I played Patron Saint of Murderers, I was like, oh, I need to check the lights on this because some of the front lights aren't working right. And I haven't done that yet. And I haven't checked the fades on Partially Inexplicable. I need to do that. I need to check the cameras on this. The conflict has risen. You are so correct, Therese. And yeah, I like the rise of that one. Because I feel like that's one of those where you're like, okay, it starts getting pretty fast. Like, okay, yeah, this just kind of reached this thing. It's, oh, let's jump it up one more time. I've always enjoyed playing that one because it just kind of, yeah, it's kind of gets the energy going. And then I drop you right back down with this. I'm gonna have a seat for this one. But this one here, slowing her down a bit, but nonetheless, we'll do this nice and calm. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the G sharp minor portion of the show. You are welcome. Yeah, see, that's usually much more exciting, but we're gonna be calm here. We're gonna get some clean tone stuff going here. Song is called Nothing But a Distant Memory. So that's our calm part. So we'll let that go ahead and be calm. I'm going to turn off this clean tone guitar so I don't have to talk over it. And I know I don't need it anymore. So we'll be good there. So there's this guy, Danny. I was mean to invite the people that I dedicate songs to these shows, but I usually forget to because I'm a dork. So Danny's probably not watching. If you happen to be out there, Danny, hope you're doing awesome, my friend. Danny used to have this awesome music store out in Everett, Washington, a little north of Seattle. These lights are bright. That's why I wear sunglasses. And it was just this really cool music store. He sold used guitars and stuff, a lot of vintage stuff. He's real into vintage guitars and like super knowledgeable. Man, you got vintage guitar questions, Danny's your guy. I am not. I like old guitars, but I'm not your answer guy on that stuff. I did have a very cool experience. The oldest guitar I've ever played was made in 1823. So this is currently a almost 200-year-old guitar. I played it was probably 3 years ago. It's a classical guitar, and almost no one ever got to play this guitar. And the guy had actual gut strings actually made from animal intestines, which the original guitar strings were. And the only reason I got to play it is because I do fingerstyle without growing my fingernails out. Most classical fingerstyle guitar players grow their fingernails out to use as plectra, or what we think of as picks. That. You can't see that because I've got a black shirt on, but I'm a dork. Anyway, I don't. I use fingertips, and so you actually play. That was really cool. Anyway, back to Danny. He had this awesome music store, really cool guitars. He had this thing called the Garbage, which was like a bunch of like really cheap, broken down guitars just for people to fiddle with. He like $10 each. This is a garbage can filled with old guitars and parts, and it was super cool. Just a great place. And Danny's just an awesome guy. And this next song is going out to him. This is one of those, as I've talked about before, in the key of D flat, which is in this case we're actually playing in F Phrygian. And yeah, that's that key where you don't get to use any of the open strings unless you're very cautious about it. They're not in the scale, so it's fun to fiddle with. This song is called Binary Secrets. Hey, Wooden Tank, good to see you again, my old friend. Or my young friend. You know, the funny thing is, I don't know where people are, who they are, how old they are, what gender they are. I have no idea what people are doing out there in the world. I hope that everyone is doing well, though. For anyone who may be coming in a little on the late side, I am the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. This is a show. We play music. We fiddle around and chat. That's what's going on. I think I might actually have someone watching on Vaughn. Is that? Oh, no chats there. I thought someone was actually chatting on Vaughn Live. Nonetheless, welcome everyone. Welcome one, welcome all. If you're just coming in, we are kind of closing in on the end of the show. We've got one more song left tonight. And this is the song for which we had to correct technical difficulties earlier. And the slide is coming out. How exciting is that? I can do this on my index finger. I can do this on my pinky. Because I am the Mad Poet. And that's just how crazy I am. All right. I am waxing silly now. Let's do this. So everyone knows about Area 51. Everyone knows about Area 51. They think they know what's going on because they've heard of Area 51. But what you don't know about is what happens at Area 52. That was going to be a really good build-up. I've done this twice today. Had the wrong thing clicked on. Sarah's here. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. All right. Area 52. All right. That is our show. The Mad Poet just be screwing stuff up over here. So that's what I do. Where's my light button at? All right, there we are. That is our show for the afternoon. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming in. Thank you for the tippers. Any new followers that I missed, anyone that I missed in chat, apologies. Thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate everyone who comes in. If you're watching, if you're active, if you're passive, however you want to do it, you are welcome here. So thank you very much. It's been a fun show. A few technical difficulties along the way. We're going to be doing the same album again in about 6.5 hours. We're coming on at 8 o'clock p.m. in the Pacific time zone. So come back if you would like to see this with fewer or with different technical difficulties. We'll see what happens on the evening show. Again, I'm Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. We'll be back again, and I will see you on the other side.